Before you close your eyes at night, remember this. Your thoughts are seeds, and the night is the soil where they grow. Wealth doesn't only begin with work, it begins with your mindset. These 6 night rituals are not just habits. They are powerful signals to the universe that you are ready to receive abundance. Your success starts in silence, in stillness, in surrender. Master your nights, and your days will bow before you. Wealth is attracted to the one who prepares for it, even in their sleep. Gratitude is one of the most powerful and overlooked tools for attracting wealth and success. Most people go to sleep thinking about what they lack: money, recognition, security. But this mindset only attracts more of the same. Gratitude, on the other hand, shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. When you consciously acknowledge what's going right in your life, even the small things, you reprogram your mind to believe that you are already in a state of prosperity. This is crucial because what you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you attract more lack. If you focus on blessings, you attract more blessings. Gratitude journaling is a simple yet deeply transformational ritual. Every night before you sleep, take out a notebook and list 5 things you're grateful for that day. It can be anything, from a smile you received, a small sale you made, or even a peaceful moment of rest. The goal is not the size of the blessing, but the consistency of the recognition. This act trains your mind to scan your day for positives, building a subconscious habit of seeing abundance even in difficult times. It helps dissolve negative thinking patterns that keep people stuck in a loop of poverty and dissatisfaction. Neurologically, gratitude journaling lights up areas of the brain associated with dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters that produce feelings of happiness, motivation, and well-being. Over time, this nightly practice can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, 2 of the biggest enemies of success. A calm, grateful mind is better able to make wise financial decisions, think creatively, and notice hidden opportunities. In contrast, a stressed or desperate mind often operates from fear, which leads to rushed decisions, poor judgment, and financial losses. Energetically, gratitude raises your frequency. In the law of attraction, like attracts like, when you're vibrating on a high frequency of appreciation and fulfillment, you become a magnet for experiences, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. Wealth isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's a frequency, a state of being. Gratitude aligns your internal state with that energy, making you feel prosperous even before external results appear. That inner shift is often what opens the door to external abundance. Furthermore, gratitude journaling serves as a nightly reset. No matter how the day unfolded, whether it was filled with setbacks, frustrations, or disappointment, ending it with gratitude helps you reclaim emotional power. It sends a message to your subconscious mind. Even when life is hard, I choose to focus on the good. That's the mindset of a future millionaire. That's the discipline of someone who's not just chasing success, but attracting it night after night. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It's a powerful, scientifically backed technique used by elite athletes, billionaires, and top performers to program their subconscious mind for success. What you vividly imagine on a consistent basis, your mind starts to treat as reality. At night, when your brain is transitioning into the theta brainwave state, just before sleep, it becomes highly receptive to suggestion. This is the ideal time to plant the mental images of your dream life. From financial freedom to luxurious experiences, business achievements, and a sense of personal fulfillment. It's during these moments that your thoughts can truly shape your destiny. To begin, close your eyes and build a detailed movie in your mind. See yourself already living the life you desire. What kind of home are you in? What kind of clothes do you wear? How does it feel to wake up with no financial worry, doing work that fulfills you, surrounded by people who uplift you. Engage all your senses. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures, taste the lifestyle. This depth of sensory imagination activates more areas of your brain, making the visualization stronger and more impactful. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. It simply records them as truth. The power of visualization lies in its ability to align your internal state with your future reality. When you imagine wealth with clarity and emotion, you begin to feel wealthy. This feeling influences your behaviors, choices, and reactions throughout the day. Suddenly, you might find yourself speaking with more confidence, taking bolder actions, or spotting opportunities that were always there, but your mind was too unfocused to see them. Visualization isn't about magic, it's about priming your brain to recognize and act on what aligns with the image of the life you desire. Psychologically, this ritual also combats self-doubt and mental blocks. Many people subconsciously believe they don't deserve wealth or success. But when you repeatedly visualize yourself succeeding, your mind begins to accept it as not only possible, but inevitable. It rewrites old stories of limitation with new ones of power, purpose, and prosperity. Each time you see yourself living your dream life, you weaken the grip of fear and strengthen your belief in your own potential. Lastly, visualization before sleep taps into the power of overnight manifestation. As you sleep, your subconscious mind goes to work, reorganizing thoughts, solving problems, and anchoring emotional truths. By feeding it images of abundance and success right before bed, you guide that internal process to support your goals. Many people report waking up with sudden clarity, new ideas, or even unexpected opportunities after a few nights of focused visualization. That's not coincidence. It's the mind responding to the clear direction you've given it. Visualization isn't just a ritual. It's a silent conversation with your future. Words are powerful. They are not just sounds. They are frequencies that influence how we feel, how we think, and ultimately how we behave. When you speak affirmations, especially ones related to money and abundance, right before sleep, you are planting financial seeds deep within your subconscious. These affirmations act like internal commands, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Most people grow up hearing negative money scripts. Money is hard to get. I'll never be rich, or rich people are greedy. These beliefs take root early and silently sabotage success. Nighttime affirmations allow you to overwrite these mental programs with new, wealth-attracting thoughts. Your subconscious mind is most active during two windows of the day, early morning and right before sleep. That's when the barrier between conscious and subconscious weakens, making it the perfect time to insert positive, future-focused statements. Saying phrases like, "Money flows to me effortlessly," "I am worthy of financial abundance," or "I attract wealth in alignment with my highest good," may feel odd at first, but repetition is the key. The more frequently you hear something, the more your brain accepts it as true. Just as negative self-talk becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, so too can positive affirmations. These statements don't just shift your mindset, they reshape your self-identity, and this is critical. You will never earn beyond what you believe you're worth. If your internal dialogue says, "I'll always be broke," or "Success is not for people like me," your behavior will unconsciously align with those beliefs. But if you affirm nightly, "I am a magnet for prosperity," your mind begins to look for evidence to support that belief. You'll notice new ideas, feel more confident, take bold steps, and bounce back faster from setbacks, all because your internal story has changed. Success begins with belief. Emotion adds power to your words. When you speak your affirmations, say them with feeling. Don't just recite them like a robot. Feel the wealth, the freedom, the joy behind each statement. Imagine the relief of paying off debts, the pride in achieving your goals, the pleasure of helping others through your abundance. The subconscious responds to emotion more than logic. So the stronger the feeling, the deeper the impression. When combined with the theta state of your mind before sleep, emotional affirmations become energetic instructions to the universe and powerful rewiring tools for your brain. Incorporating money affirmations into your nightly routine is more than a motivational habit. It's a spiritual and psychological reset. It's a way of telling your higher self, I am ready to receive. It's a ritual of faith, focus, and frequency alignment. Over time, this practice shifts your internal compass away from fear and lack and toward trust, prosperity, and purpose. Many successful people started their journey by changing how they spoke to themselves. If you want to change your financial reality, start by changing your financial identity, and do it every night until you believe it without doubt. Every successful person you admire has one habit in common: clarity. They know what they want, why they want it, and what their next step is. That level of precision doesn't happen by accident. It comes from deliberate reflection. Reviewing your goals before bed is one of the most powerful ways to maintain clarity and momentum on your journey to wealth and success. In those quiet nighttime hours, your mind is more relaxed and less distracted. This makes it the perfect moment to reconnect with your bigger vision and realign yourself with what truly matters. When you take just a few minutes before sleep to read or reflect on your goals, whether it's a financial milestone, business dream, or lifestyle shift, you reignite your internal drive. Most people wake up and drift into the day with no plan. But those who review their goals the night before wake up with direction. Your mind processes thoughts while you sleep. So when you sleep with your goals top of mind, your subconscious begins working on them automatically. You may wake up with solutions to problems, unexpected creative ideas, or renewed motivation you didn't have the day before. This practice also helps filter out distractions. In a world full of noise, your energy can easily get scattered. You might start chasing things that look urgent but aren't aligned with your actual vision. By reviewing your goals nightly, you keep your internal compass strong. You remind yourself what to say no to. You reinforce your priorities. This laser focus is what separates the wealthy and successful from those who stay busy but never move forward. Consistent reflection makes sure your actions stay tied to your ambition, not to the distractions of the moment. Another powerful addition to this ritual is writing down just one or two next steps to take the following day. It could be sending an email, researching an investment, or waking up earlier to plan your finances. These aren't grand gestures. They're small, targeted actions that inch you closer to your goals. By deciding them the night before, you reduce decision fatigue and increase the likelihood you'll follow through. And each completed action builds momentum. It reinforces the identity of someone who moves with intention, someone destined for success. Mentally reviewing your goals also rewires your brain to think like a visionary. You stop operating in survival mode and start thinking in strategy mode. Instead of reacting to life, you begin creating it. This shift in mindset opens doors to deeper focus, better time management, and a sense of purpose that fuels your day. Wealth doesn't come from working harder, it comes from working smarter. And smart work begins with clear goals reviewed consistently, especially in those quiet moments before sleep, when your mind is most open to receive. In today's hyper-connected world, silence has become a rare luxury. We are constantly bombarded with notifications, headlines, messages, and noise. Most people carry the stress and mental clutter of the day into their night, unknowingly sabotaging their ability to rest, reset, and recharge. That's why a nightly digital detox followed by a few minutes of silence is one of the most profound rituals for attracting wealth and success. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about clarity, discipline, and the ability to hear your own inner wisdom. That wisdom can't emerge when your mind is overloaded with digital distractions. When you intentionally disconnect from screens, phones, TVs, laptops, at least 30 minutes before sleep, you give your nervous system a chance to calm down. The blue light from devices interferes with melatonin in production, making it harder to fall into deep, restorative sleep. But more importantly, constant digital stimulation keeps your brain in a reactive state, unable to settle into the reflective and intuitive space needed for manifestation and creativity. When you shut down the noise, you allow the mind to exhale. This space is where ideas are born, where inner guidance can be heard, and where peace replaces anxiety. In that silence, you begin to hear the thoughts that truly matter. You might notice a buried emotion that needs attention, a creative idea that was waiting to surface, or a sudden sense of clarity about what to do next. Silence is where your subconscious whispers, and often, those whispers hold the exact guidance or insight you've been searching for. Success isn't just built in action, it's built in stillness too. It's in the moments where you pause, breathe, and reconnect with your purpose. The world teaches us to hustle constantly, but those who rise to the top know the value of intentional stillness. This nightly ritual also builds a deeper relationship with yourself. When you sit in silence without distraction, you're not performing, responding, or consuming. You're simply being. This presence fosters self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and inner strength, all qualities that contribute to leadership, resilience, and smart decision making. Wealth is not just attracted to hustle, it's attracted to groundedness. And the most grounded people are those who know how to retreat inward, reflect, and listen before they act. Just 10 minutes of silent stillness at night can do more to shape your mindset than hours of scrolling through motivational content online. Finally, a digital detox before bed creates boundaries, energetic and emotional boundaries, that protect your peace. When you stop letting the outside world dictate your thoughts, you reclaim your mental space. You stop comparing, reacting, and absorbing negativity from social media or news cycles. You create a sacred window where your mind is yours alone, and in that space, you can focus on what you truly want. That's where manifestation begins, with a clear mind, a calm heart, and an environment that supports inner alignment. Success doesn't thrive in chaos, it blossoms in clarity, and that clarity begins with silence. Wealth isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you become aligned with, and that alignment begins at night, when the world grows quiet and your mind becomes still. These 6 rituals, rooted in gratitude, visualization, affirmation, clarity, and silence, aren't just nighttime routines. They're spiritual signals that you are ready to receive more, become more, and live more. When you end each day with purpose, peace, and intention, you don't just attract success, you become the kind of person who creates it, night after night, dream after dream.